Alright guys, y'all ready? Did y'all have a good weekend? I didn't ask y'all that yet. Did y'all have a good weekend? Yeah? Did you have enough sleep? No? Do y'all ever get enough sleep? No? Okay. Alright, number one, guys. How many terms does number one have? It has 3, right? So we have to do this by GCF. That's greatest common factor. So we have 22, 14, and 18. What's the biggest number that goes into all 3 of those? 2. There you go. Perfect. Alright, then we've got x to the 5th, x to the 3rd, and x to the 6th. What's the biggest one that goes into all 3 of them? X to the 3rd. Perfect. Basically, with letters, you just find the smallest one, okay? Alright, then you've got y to the 7th, y to the 8th, and y to the 4th. What's the smallest one between all those? Y to the 4th. There you go. Alright, so what's 22 divided by 2? 11. You had 5 x's. You took out 3 of them. How many do you have left? You got 2 of them left. You had 7 y's. You took out 4 of them. How many you got left? How many? 3. There you go. Alright, what's 14 divided by 2? 7. You take out all 3 of your x's, so there's no x's left. You take out 4 of your y's, so how many's left? 4. Alright, what's 18 divided by 2? 9. There you go. You got 6 x's. You took 3 of them out. How many you got left? 3. And you took out all 4 of your x's. There you go. Huh? Or y, all 3 of your y's. Thank you, Gabe. Alright, what about number 2? How many terms does number 2 have? 4. So how do we do that one? Grouping. Very good. Anytime we have 4 terms, you do grouping. That's the first 2 together and the last 2 together. Make sure you keep that negative with that AX. Alright, what about the first 2? Do they, ooh, hold on a minute. Those first 2 don't have anything in common. Ooh, can we rewrite this some way? Let's see, what could we rewrite with x squared? Instead of writing AB, because they don't have anything in common.
Negative AX.
Negative AX, okay. That means we can say plus AB minus BX. Then we can do it. Anybody lost about what I just did? I just rewrote them. Alright, now what do the first 2 have in common? X, which leaves me with X minus A. What sign am I going to write? Plus sign. What do the next 2 have in common?
B.
B, which leaves me with A minus X. Ooh, this is a tough one. Good grief. Are they the same? Oh, no, they're not. What's wrong? They're almost the same. Which one's backwards? A minus X. Okay, so we got to rewrite it, okay? Huh? You could write the first one backwards if you wanted to. If you want to do alphabetical order, that's fine. You get the same answer. Alright, so let's rewrite this one. Alright, so I'm not going to rewrite that X minus A. That's not X minus A. What kind of X is that? And what kind of A is that? Positive. Are they the same yet?
No.
Or are they almost the same? What can I take out?
Negative.
Negative. So instead of a plus B, it'll be minus B. That's a positive X now and a negative A. Shoo-wee. All right. Now are they the same? Yeah. All right, so let's take them out. The X minus A times X minus B. Good grief. That was a tough one. All right, what about number 3? How many terms does number 3 have? 3. First thing we look for is what?
GCF.
GCF. Does it have one? Do they all 3 have something in common? Nope. So we're going to do factors of the back number. There's 1 and 6 and 2 and 3, excuse me. Which one adds or subtracts to be positive 5, but multiplies to be negative 6? First one, how? Positive 6? Nope. That won't give you negative 6. Positive 6 and negative 1. Very good. 6 minus 1 is 5. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. All right, what about number 4? How many terms does that one have?
2.
2. First thing we look for,
GCF.
GCF. Does it have 1? No. So now we know something special about 16 and 225. What do they call them? Perfect squares. Very good. You got to do them in the same order, okay? All right, 16 comes first. So, Gage, what's the square root of 16 go? 4. And we'll write 4m and 4m. Julianne, what signs would multiply to be a negative? Perfect. All right, Harrison, what was the square root of 225? 15. Very good, very good. Am I going to write that as 4 plus 15 squared or 4m minus 15 squared? No, because they're not the same. They're different, okay? All right, number 5. How many terms does number 5 have? 4. So what do? Group them. There you go. All right, last one, guys. All right, what about the first two? What do they have in common?
X to the 4th.
X to the 4th. Perfect. Perfect. All right, you had 5 of them. You took out 4 of them. How many's left? 1. There you go. Plus 7. You took out all your X's. You got y to the 3rd. All right, what's my sign that I'm going to put? Negative. There you go. All right, you got 8 and 14. What number goes into 8 and 14? 2. What else do they have in common? X and Y. There you go. All right, what's negative 8 divided by negative 2? Positive 4. Took out your X. You had 4 Y's. You took out one of them. You got y to the 3. All right, what's 14 divided by negative 2? Negative 7. You dig out the X, you take out the Y. Oh my gosh, you did something wrong, right? They're not the same. Did we do something wrong? Well, I thought they were supposed to be the same unless we did something wrong. Oh, it's not no solution. Prime, there you go. Prime. We don't write no solution because in chapter 4 you're going to learn that they actually do have a solution. It's just called an imaginary one. All right, here we go. So let's go to our ACT. We're going to do 2 problems. We did an ACT prep session this Saturday. And let's talk about, I'm going to try to bring in some strategies each week for you, okay? One of the strategies that we talked about is you're driving down the road to the ACT Saturday the 28th, right? Is anybody taking it on the 28th of October? 1, 2, 3, 4, about a handful of us? Okay. If you didn't sign up for the October 28th one, that is perfectly okay. You got another one. What day? December 9th, okay? And we have, no, Saturday. And we have another study session for math on what day? November, what day? 18th. That's a Saturday, okay? There's a sign-up sheet on the table for you. Just make sure you sign up before you get there because we got to make sure we split everybody up and that we have enough teachers for everybody. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So on that session, we talk about some strategies, and then we split up and we rotate between some math teachers and we work through some different kind of problems, okay? So the very first strategy that we talked about is a letter of the day. So what in the world does that mean? That means you're driving down the road, right? You're getting ready to go to ACT. You're getting yourself ready. And you think, okay, if I don't know how to work out a problem, I'm going to pick the same letter every single time if I don't know how to work out a problem. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so let's say that, okay, I'm thinking of a letter, and I pick the letter A. So you don't know how to do 17, and you've tried your best. What are you going to pick? A, or whatever letter you pick, right? You're working out 18, and you're like, I just cannot get the answer for 18. Instead of leaving it blank, you're just going to pick A, or whatever letter that you pick. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, the reason that you do that is because if you go through and Christmas tree randomly, just picking random answers for the ones you don't know, you have a less probability or less percent of a chance to get those problems right. If you pick the same letter every single time for the ones you don't know how to do, you have more of a probability to get more questions right. Does that make sense to everybody? Anybody lost? Okay, so you got your letter that you're going to pick. If you don't know how to do it, you got it in your head?
Wait, we're supposed to do that now?
Pick a letter that you want. Any letter, any letter. Pick a letter, any letter. Pick a letter, any letter. You got your letter?
All right, now.
Okay, the only time you're going to use that letter, the only time you're going to randomly pick and use that letter is when?
We don't know how to work it out.
When you don't know how to work it out, okay? So you're going to try to work it out first. How many problems are we doing today? 2. So how many minutes do you get? 2. There you go. Don't start yet. Don't cheat. Don't start. What 2 problems are we doing? 17 and 18. You have 2 minutes. Let me get my sheet because he came in late. He hadn't brought all this stuff with us like y'all do. Okay. All right, 2 minutes. Ready? Don't go. Don't go. Get started. Yes, ma'am. Don't get started. Ma'am? And look through your binder one more time. Make sure you don't have it, okay? All right, 17 and 18 and 3, 2, 1, go. 17 and 18. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Seconds. All right, time's up. Y'all okay? When will we go over these problems? Tomorrow we'll go over these problems. Gage, you okay, baby? All right. All right, everybody have a calculator and may not have a calculator. Okay, if you don't, go grab one real quick. And we are on that page that we were working on Friday, okay? Page from Friday. All right, and here's what I want you to do. We did 1 and 2, right? Didn't we do 1 and 2? Okay. All right, so today the only thing we're working on is we're working on 3, 4, 5, and 6 because the rest of my classes this afternoon have to get caught up from Friday. Y'all got a full lesson and everything on Friday, so y'all are good. So we're going to do 3, 4, 5, and 6 in our calculators. All right, but let's look at number 3. Huh? Yes, we're going to work with our partner. Just to make sure we're all okay, we're going to make a matrix. Okay? From the top row, what are the numbers from the top row? Very good. And what about the second row?
It's a 0.
Perfect. 5, 0, negative 5, because there's no y value. Perfect. What about that third row? 0, 5, 10. Then we're going to multiply that by our letters, which are x, y, and z. Make sure you put them in order, because if not, when your calculator gives you your answer, then you won't have the right answer. And then we're going to set that equal to whatever your three systems equaled. What are your three systems equal?
10, 5, 0.
10, 5, and 0. There you go. All right, you see your partner? You find your partner? Go find your partner. Work through with your calculators and see if you can get the answers for 3, 4, and 5, okay? 3, 4, and 5. Coming around helping whoever needs help. Oh, real quick, guys, before you get started, real quick. If your calculator gives you an error, one of two things happened. What's the first thing that could have happened? You did it wrong. What's the second thing? If you know you did it right. If you know you did it right.
Impossible.
Not impossible. What do we call it? There were 3 different types of graph, right? What was one type of graph? Not. Well, the 3 different types of graphs. What they look like? What they look like? There you go. Perpendicular, parallel, and the same line. So there's 2 things that could happen if you get an error. Either 1, you did it wrong, or 2, what type of graph is it if it's an error? Parallel, the inconsistent, right? So if you know you did it right, then we call it no solution or inconsistent, okay? Yeah, that's right. Number 3, you're going to get a whole bunch of decimals too, by the way. They're good decimals. They're good decimals. They're good decimals, like 0.5s and 0.2.
You go to psychometry, you go to math. What? Yeah. I know I'm doing. Is one of these not? Oh, one of these gonna be in here.
Yeah, one of them will be. Only one. the yards, line through this. All right, what did y'all get as your answer for number 3?
1.25 negative 0.5 at
1.25 negative 0.5, you said? And then what was the other one? 0.25. There you go. All right, is anybody not getting this answer for number 3 and needs my help? Anybody not getting that answer for number 3 and needs my help? It's on the board right there. All right, let's keep going with 4, 5, and 6. Keep going with 4, 5, and 6. We go.
Gabe.
Ready to get back here? Okay. Yeah. He's probably doing it just to be on your first.
No, it's not. I did it. I forgot. I got it. I did it like this.
There's only one matrix that you run. Not a matrix you run. Big matrix, little numbers.
What's like, what is it? You know, these like 1.5s. It's like it's like
That's what you just did. And then Dave can help you with it. Right, he's got the inverse, right? Don't even go down. Right here. Oh, yeah, it is 2 of them. It is 2 of them. Yep, I'm sorry. Yeah. That'll be a 1. Yeah. That'll be a right. Yep. What you got, Tim? Yeah. That was right, Daddy. Yeah, for number 4. All right. Yeah, there's 2 of them. All right, what about 4? What'd y'all get for your matrix on 4? Negative 2, 0, and negative 3. Perfect. All right, if you can't get that for number 4, let me know, and I'll come around and help. You didn't get that for number 4. Did you notice how I wrote it as a matrix? Okay, notice how I wrote it as a matrix. Don't write it as an ordered pair because they give it to you as a matrix. So write your answer as a matrix. We worked it out as a matrix. Write your answer as a matrix. All right, what about 5 and 6? What'd you get on 5 and 6? Impossible. No solution. Very good. Or inconsistent, okay? It's impossible for us right now because you don't know enough math yet. Those are impossible right now because you don't know enough math. But they will later be possible for you. All right, so let's go back to our lesson from Friday. Why are those impossible? So look back at when you're finding your inverses. Huh? Because they're dividing by 0. Because remember, all these were division when we had to do them by hand. But thank goodness we have calculators and we don't have to do them by hand. So that means we were dividing all those by 0. And you cannot divide by 0. That's why they're impossible. Are y'all okay? Yeah? No? All right. So here's what's going to happen for the rest of the week. You ready? Here's what's going to happen for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, we are going to start our study guide. If you want to go ahead and start it today, you can. And I probably would suggest you started some of them because some of us have some issues multiplying and adding and subtracting on our quizzes, okay? Tomorrow we'll review. That means what are we going to do on Wednesday? We will take our test on Wednesday, okay? So I would start on my study guide if I were you. Go ahead and start on my study guide real quick. Yes, hurry. So come on, your study guide is on the back of that one, okay? It's always on the back of your notes. There's no L in it. Come on, yeah, there's no L in it. There's no L in it. Come on, right? Come out, there's no L in it.
Come out. Like meow without the E.
All right, never mind. I thought I was pronouncing it wrong, but I thought I was pronouncing it with an L. Okay, got it? All right, there's 2 pages to your study guide, so make sure you have both pages. All right. Okay. Great.
I don't have a lot of issues.
If you don't put that phone up, it will be mine. Put it up.
We did